Hi everyone. It's been a long time, and thank you for being here. Um, I was having an interaction with some of my peers, and we were talking about executives being executives within the executive board. And by that I mean is if you are an executive or if you are just recently been promoted to, let's say, a director, a VP, or a chief, do you or would you change your behavior to act like everyone else? Now, hear me out. I'm not saying that you shouldn't behave professionally, which we should, and at a much earlier level, not just when you reach the chief level. We should be professional at every level in our work career. But what I'm trying to say is, if you look at the executives who are, mm, let's say, according to you, seem more confident because they speak in a certain fashion, or they joke about in a certain fashion, or when they talk about things in in their domain of expertise, all things that make you feel, oh, I wish I was like that. And maybe with experience and time you might get over it, but if at any point of time, uh, most likely at earlier in your career or earlier when you get promoted to these higher positions, if you feel at any point of time, or if you think that I wish I had that, I wish I could be that way, or I wish I could be that person, um, my advice to you would be, yes, it's good to have motivation, inspiration from other people, but let it align with who you really are. Now, by that I mean, if you are a naturally kind of a quiet, serious person, it wouldn't align with you if you look at another executive and say, oh, he cracks good jokes. Maybe I should, try to be more funny so I could be popular among the other executives. It could work if it came naturally to you, but if it did not, trust me, you were much better off being a serious person, because if you tried doing jokes, for example, and it didn't come to you naturally, it would be more awkward, far more awkward than if you just were your natural self, your natural quiet self, or your natural reserved self, only speaking up when you have things that of value to contribute. Trust me, it's you will be far off better when you are yourself. If other things inspire you, other characteristics, other attributes of other people, um, by all means, give it a go. But make sure that they don't change you in a way that is too far from your core personality. And I'm not trying to say that if there is something you could do that makes you, feel like, oh, I need to get out of my comfort zone. I'm not talking about those things. If you are probably poor in time management, then you see another executive who's really good in time management, and you want to be that way with time management, and then you say, oh, maybe I'm naturally this way. I'm poor with time management. I'm not talking about those things. Those times you have to step out of your comfort zone, and yes, you have to improve with the time management. But I'm talking about personalities. I'm talking about things that make you you. So if you are good at striking up a conversation, but maybe you can keep up that conversation for just 5 minutes and not 15-20 minutes like someone else, and then you start wishing, oh, maybe I wish I could do that 15-20 minutes conversation at a stretch, and without being awkward and weird. And yes, you could try to be that way. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but if you're struggling and it becomes really awkward for a long time, for a number of times if you have tried, and if you feel that it's becoming awkward, you're trying long conversations with people, and they are behaving in a way that's um, um, unwelcoming to those long conversations. Maybe you're not natural at that. So maybe stick to those 5 minutes. I mean, if those 5 minutes, in those 5 minutes, if you can add value to that conversation, that is awesome. That is something you need, not those 15 minutes or 20 minutes where you're struggling to manage the conversation and come up with things to talk about. Use those 5 minutes, work on your strengths. So, all in all, my advice with trying to be someone else is inspire to be better, but don't inspire to be someone who you are really not. You are who you are, work on your strengths, use them, and the, that will give you confidence, and that will attract people. And there is something that I have been telling myself recently, and something I will tell you as well. Confidence is attractive. Say who you are, stay confident, and people will be attracted to you. All right. So until the next time, take care and stay safe.